Morena e te hiko tika. Good morning, Far North, to those who are joining us on our live stream for this extraordinary council meeting today. I'll open us up with a traditional karakia. Cease the winds from the west, cease the winds from the south, let the breeze blow over the land, let the breeze blow over the ocean, let the red tip dawn come with a sharpened air, a touch of frost and a promise of a glorious day. Hakataka te hau ki te uri, hakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kine kine kiuta, kia mā taratara ki tai. E hi aki ana te atakura he tio, he huka, he hauhu, ti hei, mai o hau. Tēnā koutou katoa. We don't have any apologies or presentations. Just by way of mayoral announcements, just a welcome to us all who have come together today. It's really great to have a full house. This is the first time we've ever had all of our council together in person. Pene Taui joined us virtually at our last meeting. The one before that, Councillor Radich was an apology. So I'm really excited to have us all together in the whare, all as one. So welcome councillors. Just an acknowledgement of our staff who have joined us in the room today as well. For those who are joining the meeting online via Teams, and we do have a few on there, just acknowledgements to those who are online. Just remember to please use a headset if you have one so that you can be heard and can hear clearly. If you are not speaking, please keep your microphone on mute and your camera turned off. And if you are speaking, please remember to turn your microphone and your camera on. And if you speak with the mute on, I think it's your shout at our Christmas party or something like that. So we'll jump straight into things with item 5.1, the establishment and membership of an executive review committee for the 2022 to 2025 triennium. We had a little bit of a hiccup where we had this item come across the table at our last meeting. It was a late report and it needed to be, according to standing orders, tabled, which is the reason why this has come back to the table. So we have a recommendation that council establish an executive review committee and appoint the following members. We also have a note there that Deputy Mayor Kelly Stratford will be the chairperson, and myself, I will be the deputy chairperson, noting that we can also discuss how we roll for the executive review committee for the training when we get it up and running and have those meetings as well. I know that at our past meeting, Councillor Court, you did raise the merits of having an independent chair of the committee, so I look forward to us having those discussions when our committee is actually up and running. So we've got the recommendation on the table. Can I have a mover, please?
Sorry, I'm going to leave the recommendation as stands.
And I believe, according to Caroline, that we will have a note there.
Okay.
What Dolly's putting up right now.
A note there for the
change between the mayor and the deputy mayor for the chairperson and deputy chairperson.
Deputy mayor.
Thank you.
So it's the same item as last time. We're just, what's it called, crossing our T's and dotting our I's to make sure that we've established it correctly. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Radich, seconded by Councillor Research. I'll just go to Councillor Radich if you had anything you wanted to contribute to this item. Happy Thank you, Councillor Radich. Councillor Research?
No,
Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you for clarifying the comments that I made last time, Mayor Moko. I will be voting against it. I just want to clarify that my reasons for voting against it is that I hold very strong views that there should be an independent chair. And I feel that if we adopt this now by appointing the chair independent, by appointing the mayor and deputy chair as the chair and deputy chair of the executive review committee, that predetermines our ability to have a conversation about an independent chair. I articulated why last time. I think that's probably been more in focus today for elected members following yesterday's workshop when the sheer magnitude of the task was laid out on the table, what is legally required of it, what the timelines are, and what the scheduling is. and I would be far more comfortable if that sat with an independently qualified person in human resources. So for that reason and that reason alone, I will vote against it today. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Court. Would any other councillors like to speak to this item? Thank you, Councillor McNally.
Yeah, I'd just like to bring up a point. I understand why it's been brought back to the table, and I get that. What I'd like to I'll just point out is when you look around the room at the number of staff that are here online and those of us that are here, do the numbers. This meeting, when you add the building holding costs, insurance maintenance, mileage paid to us, food, refreshments, loss of productivity is one of the key ones. This meeting's running at somewhere between $25 a minute or more. So I'd just ask, in future, while I understand why it's been brought back, in future, if there is a standing order issue, if whoever's the guru in the room on standing orders, please bring that up immediately so we can deal with it. And I'd just ask that that happen in future. This is one of the most important committees to be created in the business, and because as we all know, sitting around the table right now, the council employs the chief executive who employs and manages council staff. So we have a very strong responsibility. So I just ask, if you've got an issue with standing orders, please bring it up immediately. Thank you.
Point well taken, Councillor McNally. Thank you for that. I haven't had any other indication from members, so unless you'd like a right of reply, Councillor Radich, we'll take it to a vote. Can we have the recommendation up, please? So it's been moved by Councillor Radich, seconded by Councillor Vucic. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Those against?
Opposed, recorded. Thank you.
Abstain.
And an extension for Councillor Boyd. And that has passed. Thank you. We'll move on to item 5.2, temporary road closures on page 11. So we've got a recommendation here that council approves the proposed temporary road closures to accommodate the safe operation of the following events. And look at that, we've got some awesome Christmas parades organised across our district. I will ask Calvin Thomas, who's the General Manager of the Northern Transportation Alliance, to come and speak to this item. I also am aware that this is Calvin's first time addressing us as a council. Some of you may have had the opportunity to speak to him at our Big Day Out Expo, but otherwise it's awesome to have you here. Thank you, Calvin, and I'll pass it over to you.
Kia ora. Tēnā koutou katoa. E whānau mai a hou i Tāmaki Makaurau, ko Maunga e te Maunga, ko Tāmaki te Awa, ko Endeavour te Waka, ko Joseph Banks te Tupuna. Engari, ko noho mai mātou, ko tapu whānau i Whangarei. Ko Calvin Thomas toko ingoa, ko Aote Tumuaki o Northern Transportation Alliance. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. So as I mentioned, I'm Calvin from the Northern Transportation Alliance. The purpose of this paper, being the first of this term for council, we also included the reasons why these approvals need to come to council. So for general road closures related to road and maintenance and the likes, staff have the delegated responsibility to close roads. But in the case of events, that is something that cannot be delegated to staff. We've got 4 road closures here, and we've also run around a number of community groups to confirm that there are no others. We believe this is everything covered. So yeah, that's as the paper is looking.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Calvin, and very much appreciate you sharing your pepeha with us this morning as well. Very much appreciate that. We've got a recommendation here to close the roads as listed and shared within this report. Thank you, Calvin. Can I have a mover to this recommendation?
Happy to move.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Stratford, a seconder. Thank you, Councillor Vucic. Deputy Mayor Stratford, would you like to speak to this recommendation?
Oh, just, yeah, thank you very much for working with the communities. I know that staff did have to do some running around to chase up people that hadn't put in their application for closures in time to make this report. Yeah, and I look forward to attending some of these events. Ngā mihi nui.
Thank you. Councillor Research, would you like to speak to this?
There's been a lot of work that community boards have put into it. So yeah, just supporting them.
Thank you, Councillor Research. We'll open the floor up to any other councillors who would like to speak to this recommendation. Very exciting. Santa Claus is going to be very busy across the far north in early December. We'll put the motion to a vote. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Any abstentions? And that is carried. Thank you very much, Calvin. We will move to item 5.3, appointment to the Civil Defence Emergency Management Committee on page 21. The recommendation is that council make the following appointments to the Civil Defence Emergency Management Committee. I would like to pull in Roman numeral 1 with Council Representative Deputy Mayor Kelly Stratford, and Roman numeral 2 with Council Alternative Mayor Moko Tepanier.
I feel like I can second that.
The reason why I moved that so is so civil defence falls upon the mayor or deputy mayor to declare emergencies through the legislation. We are very proud of the fact that Deputy Mayor Kelly Stratford also sits on the
NEMA,
the National
Ministerial
Emergency
Advisory Committee.
So definitely has skin in this game. And then it made sense for me to sit as the alternative, just to stay abreast of what does happen and when it happens. So I have those as the recommendation that I have moved, and Deputy Mayor Stratford has seconded that. I'll open up the floor to, sorry, Kelly, did you want to speak to this?
Yeah, I'll speak to it, but I am conscious, I feel conflicted.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I do wish to speak to this when you.
Thank you. Councillor Research, would you like to speak to this as the second one?
No, I think the reasons given there, Mayor, are very valid reasons. I will support that.
Councillor Deputy Mayor Stratford.
Awesome. I've had the privilege of being the alternate for CDM group, which is the elected rep on behalf of council. Dave Collard was our last member, and I would attend whenever it didn't conflict with any other council business. And I've also been involved in community response plans for the last 6 or 7 years. So I'm I know community response and our civil defence obligations quite intimately, and I was also the one that pushed to get our tsunami alarms funding in the budget last triennium. Yes, it was a lot of money, but it was necessary. So yeah, and it's not a huge time commitment. As the representative, you're not the person that's sitting in a room like what Blair will have to be. You know, as a controller, staff have a busier role than a rep on the CDM group. Kia ora.
Good. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Stratford. I'll open the floor to any other councillors who would like to speak. No indications. Councillor Hauki.
Ngā mihi mo tēnei mahi. Just kia mohi ai koutou. E whakaaro ana te puari o te rangi āniuniwa, kia tū he container ki runga I tō mātou whenua o te rangi āniuniwa, hei wāhi o civil defence ki roto o te heku. He maha atu wāhi engari, just kia mohi ai.
Thank you. I'll just ask Lani to provide an interpretation of what you've said here, please. Councillor Hauki.
I would say that the Board of Rangi Āniuniwa Kura and Whaiwhai have a container that they've set aside for civil defence.
Kia ora.
Thank you. All right. Can we get that back up, please? High volume. we'll put this to a vote. So the recommendation is that council make the sorry, just before that, this is a little bit of the cart before the horse, because following this extraordinary council meeting, we actually do have a workshop on appointments, committees, portfolios. This paper did need to go across because Northern Regional Council do have their first meeting before our December council meeting, where we will officially make those different appointments. And so we did need this to come across now. We did try to tweak it so this could come after our workshop, or maybe we could put a hold to the meeting, but that's the reason why this has come through beforehand, just to keep everyone in the know. So we've got the recommendation there on the screen. We'll take it to a vote. All those in favour, please say aye.
Abstain.
Those against, abstentions, and that has passed. Thank you very much. That brings us to the conclusion of our meeting. I'm just going to double check that no stuff. We've made sure that we've dotted all of our I's and crossed all of our T's for this meeting and all of our appointments. Ka pai, and I'll close this meeting with a karakia. May the sanctity of what has been shared within this meeting resound within these walls and within our minds. Ko te tapu o ngā kōrero ka irikia ki ngā pātu o tō tātou whare kaunihera ki ngā koko mahara tūturu whitiaka maua kia tīna, te haumi e hui e he. Thank you very much.